Okay, now we'll see strong nuclear force. See, as the name suggests, nuclear force. So it must be acting within the nucleus. So first we'll see the structure of the nucleus. See, suppose if this is a nucleus, then within the nucleus we know that there are protons and there are neutrons. Okay, now protons are positively charged particles and these neutrons are neutral. So these protons are positively charged particles and neutrons are neutral. Now between all these protons, as they are charged particles, there will be an electric force acting. That force is known as Coulomb's force. So I'll just write it over here. The formula for Coulomb's force is similar to the formula for your gravitational force. The formula for gravitational force was F is equals to G m1 m2 upon r square, and that for Coulomb's force is K q1 q2 upon r square. So instead of masses we have charges. This q1 is charge of suppose one charged particle and q2 is charge of another particle. So instead of masses we have charges over here, and instead of the universal gravitational constant I am having here Coulomb's constant. This square of distances as it is. So between all these protons within the nucleus, what acts is this Coulomb's force. And see, this Coulomb's force will be repulsion if the charges are like, and it will be attraction if the charges are unlike. So here the charges are like charges. All the protons have positive charge, so they are like charges. So between all these protons, this Coulomb force will be repulsive in nature. So in fact what will happen inside this nucleus, all these protons will be pushing each other away from them. So this proton will be pushing this proton in the opposite direction. This proton will be pushing this proton in the opposite direction. So then the question arises that if the Coulomb repulsive force acts between all these protons, then how can all these protons remain within such a small distance? See, the size of the nucleus is roughly 10 raised to minus 15 meter. This is a very small size. So if the Coulomb repulsive force acts between all these protons, then the question arises कि ये सारे ही protons एक साथ इतने छोटी जगह में कैसे रहते हैं? Okay, so for this the scientists were thinking that which force is responsible for binding all these protons and neutrons together. So first what they thought that the force which binds all these particles together is a gravitational force. So this was their assumption, that this force is gravitational in nature. But then what they came to know, that this gravitational force is very weak in comparison to this electric force. We have studied that gravitational force is the weakest force in nature. So gravitational force in strength, it is very weak than this electric force. So this gravity between these two protons cannot overcome the repulsive force which acts between these two protons. So फिर उनका ये assumption जो था वो तो wrong हो गया कि gravitational force जो है वो इन सब particles को एक साथ इतने छोटे distance में bind करके नहीं रख सकता. क्यों नहीं रख सकता? क्योंकि ये जो Coulomb force है इसके वजह से ये सारे particles, ये जो protons है वो आपस में एक दूसरे को धक्का मार रहे होंगे, दूर दूर की तरफ एक दूसरे पर force लगा रहे होंगे. So now they were in question that which kind of force is that which acts between all these particles and which binds all these particles together. So then they named that force as nuclear force, and as it overcomes a very strong repulsive force which acts between these protons, so this force is named as strong nuclear force, as it is much more stronger than this Coulomb force also. So इसका नाम दे दिया उन्होंने strong nuclear force. So now this strong nuclear force is responsible for the attraction between all these protons and neutrons, and it binds all these nucleons within the nucleus in such a small distance. So now we'll see the properties of the strong nuclear force. See, as the name suggests, and as we have seen here, that it overcomes the strong Coulomb repulsive force, so I can say that it will be very strong in nature. तो अब हम थोड़ी सी कंपैरिजन देख लेते हैं. This is the strongest force in nature, okay, and it is 100 times stronger than electromagnetic force, and it is 10 raised to 38 times stronger than gravitational force. So now you can see the comparison. Okay, this is strongest. It is 100 times stronger than electromagnetic force and 10 raised to 38 times stronger than gravitational force. So this is one property. If I talk about the range of the nuclear force, then it is very short. See, gravitational force was a long range force, but strength wise it was very weak. This strong nuclear force is strongest among all the four fundamental forces, but its range is very short. It can act only within this distance, 10 raised to minus 15 meter. So the range of this force is very short. It can act within the nucleus only. It cannot act outside the nucleus. Okay, then we'll see its nature. Its nature is basically attractive, but it can be repulsive also. See, if the distance between two nucleons, suppose if this is one nucleon is a common name for proton and neutrons as they reside within the nucleus. Okay, so suppose if these are two nucleons, if the distance between these two nucleons is less than 0.8 Fermi, then the force will become repulsive in nature. So suppose if two particles are at this big distance, and suppose if this distance is big than 0.8 Fermi, then the force will be attractive in nature. So it will attract this particle. So it will come closer to this particle. Suppose if it comes till here, and now the distance is 0.8 Fermi. So beyond this, if I decrease the distance, then the nature of this force will become repulsive. So basically, the strong nuclear force has dual nature. It is attractive as well as it is repulsive. So it is repulsive for very small distances, smaller than 0.8 Fermi, and it is attractive for the distances which are bigger than 0.8 Fermi. Now what is this Fermi? Fermi is the unit of length. See, 1 Fermi is equals to 10 raised to minus 15 meters. So remember this conversion. 1 Fermi is equals to 10 raised to minus 15 meter. So to reduce the distance between these nucleons up to 0.8 Fermi is difficult, and that's why we can say that the strong nuclear force will always remain attractive in nature, because the distance between these two protons will not reduce more than 0.8 Fermi, so it will not become repulsive in nature. Then this is a non-central force. Non-central and non-conservative. It doesn't act from center to center, and neither it is conservative. We have seen already what conservative forces are. Then one very important property, that it is charge independent. It does not depend on the charge. See, suppose I have two protons. I have one proton and neutron, and I have two neutrons. If I place all these particles, suppose these two protons at a distance, suppose this one, and if I am placing these two particles at the same distance, again these two particles at the same distance, if I am keeping this distance between these two particles same, then the magnitude of the strong nuclear force between all these pairs is going to remain same. So I can say that it is charge independent. See, these two particles are positively charged, this one particle is positively charged, and this neutron is neutral. Again, these two neutrons are neutral. So this force does not depend on charge of the particles. It only depends on the distance between them. So if I am keeping the distance between all these pairs of the particles same, then the magnitude of the strong nuclear force also remains same. And the last property, that it is not the property, we can say that it is responsible for the stability of nucleus. So this is very important. Why the nucleus is stable? Why all the particles can remain within the nucleus, all the protons and all the neutrons? Why don't they come out? So why the nucleus is stable? That is because of strong nuclear force. As the strong nuclear force binds all the protons and the neutrons together within the nucleus, that's why the nucleus can remain stable. So this force is responsible for the stability of the nucleus.